You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Baseball, 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KVIZ, live video stream on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. Good evening once again, everybody. Jason Van Arkel with you from John Hart Stadium, Legion Memorial Field. Annie Argo, the on-site video producer. Guadalupe Contreras, the radio producer, back at the KVIZ studios. Getting ready for Game 2 between Ottumwa and Southeast Polk after Southeast Polk rallied to win Game 1 11-5. And yes, they did rally. Ottumwa led 5-4 going to the top of the 7th, but Southeast Polk scored 7 in the final frame to win Game 1. So the Bulldogs 0-2 and the Rams 5-0 heading into the nightcap. We were just handed the lineup card for Southeast Polk. We had Ottumwa's lineup. Now we have both lineups. We're going to get those written down and ready for the video graphic here in just a little bit as well. We'll need to take a break to do that, of course. Before we do that, let's remind you of the busy first full week of games we'll have this summer coming up next week. On Monday, Ottumwa baseball at Oskaloosa, single game, 7:30 varsity game, radio only. We are not permitted to do any video when games are at Oskaloosa. So radio only baseball Monday night, 7:30 at Oski. Monday night. Tuesday, softball opener hosting Southeast Polk, 5 o'clock at Houston Field in a doubleheader. Wednesday, back to baseball on the road at Ames, 5 o'clock doubleheader next Wednesday, the 24th. Next Thursday, the 25th, back to softball. First conference game for the Bulldogs softball team hosting Des Moines Hoover at Houston Field, 5 o'clock doubleheader next Thursday. Then a week from today, next Friday, Ottumwa baseball at the Waterloo Tournament at Riverfront Stadium. Now, we'll play a game at 2 o'clock on Friday. If the Bulldogs win that game, they'll play the championship game at 8 o'clock Friday night. If the Bulldogs lose that 2 o'clock game, they'll play the consolation game at 6 o'clock Friday night. So that's what the broadcast schedule for next week looks like. And if you have trouble remembering, we will post updates daily next week on Twitter and on my Facebook page as well. So busy week next week. We'll be on the air Monday through Friday with Ottumwa baseball and softball. Right now, we're going to take a 3-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll start getting you ready for Game 2 of Ottumwa versus Southeast Polk baseball on a Friday night on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Get the small-town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Hi, this is Cassandra Brewer, clerical lead at Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic. If you're looking for a local provider to handle you and your family's healthcare needs, consider Mercy One Ottumwa. From pediatrics to geriatrics and everything in between, we are here for you year-round to assist you in your healthcare needs. We also offer our quick care walk-in clinic with no appointment necessary, open Monday through Friday from 7 to 4:30. Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic. Your best life, our one purpose. Visit mercyone.org.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Baseball on KBIZ and on the live video stream. Bulldogs getting ready for Game 2 against Southeast Polk, hoping to split the doubleheader after dropping Game 1. Let's take a look at the Game 2 pitching matchup for Ottumwa. They're going to send their best. Tanner Shark, coming off a great junior year where he had 8 starts, went 4-2 with a Class 4A best 1.02 ERA. He threw 41 innings. Opponents hit just 180 against him, only 31 hits in 41 innings, only 9 runs, 6 earned, 12 walks, 31 strikeouts for the left-hander as a junior last year. His 2 losses were both to Indianola. Nobody else beat him last season. His opponent will be Cale Julander, and Julander will be the 6th different pitcher to start a game for Southeast Polk this season, and this appears to be his varsity debut. He did not have any pitching stats last year. Julander is just a junior, so he's only a sophomore last year, and he'll make his varsity pitching debut, it would appear, here at Legion Memorial Field tonight. Southeast Polk won Game 1 11-5. Ottumwa will try to win the nightcap, earn a split, and get to 1-2 before heading into the weekend off and getting ready for a busy week starting next week. All right, we'll take another 3-minute timeout, come back, and continue with our Game 2 pregame show here on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
High-speed internet is here, powered by a 100% fiber optic network. Citizens Mutual provides reliable, fiber-to-the-home, high-speed internet to rural Iowa.
My children and my grandchildren, when they come here, they didn't like to come visit very much because they couldn't get on their devices. Well, now they love it because they can have chats with their friends. People don't realize how isolated sometimes people are out in the rural areas. So, yeah, it's awesome.
Visit findmyfiber.mycmtech.com.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
At Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Baseball, 1240 AM, 102.7 FM, KBIZ. The live video stream on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. Bulldogs getting ready to face Southeast Polk in Game 2 of the doubleheader. The Rams won Game 1 by a score of 11-5. Just getting that Southeast Polk lineup written down into the scorebook. On the surface, we went over the pitching matchup in our last segment, and on the surface, Ottumwa would appear to have that advantage. Tanner Shark, an all-state pitcher, last year as a junior, 1.02 ERA, making his season debut on the mound in this game. Southeast Polk using its 6th starter already this week. Again, doubleheader wins over Roosevelt and Ames Wednesday and Thursday. Tonight, they got a decent outing out of Jarrett Canada. Ottumwa got to him for 5 runs. Now, both teams made a ton of defensive mistakes in Game 1, but Ottumwa put more runs on Southeast Polk than any other team has done so far this young season. And now Southeast Polk going with Cale Julander making his varsity debut as a junior. So in terms of experience and in terms of, Ottumwa's talent level on the mound, you've got to think Ottumwa has a pitching advantage tonight. But the Bulldogs have got to play better defense. They absolutely have to be better defensively than they were in Game 1 and then they were on Wednesday in the loss to Indianola. In that game, Ottumwa, I believe, had 4 errors. They had 6 errors in Game 1 tonight. 10 errors in 2 games is not going to get it done. Now, this is still a fairly young team, and the Bulldogs will grow and get better as this season goes along, but boy, you'd like to see a cleaner game here in Game 2. It'd be a big boost to get a win over a well-known program like Southeast Polk. Well, I thought Ottumwa was about to take the field there, but not quite. But tell you what, I thought we'd have time for another break, but maybe we don't. So, Annie, let's get that graphic ready on our live video stream, the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page, and let's get the starting lineups for Game 2. For the visiting Southeast Polk Rams, leading off and playing right field, Jack Casey. Batting second, the center fielder, Carson Kesey. The third baseman, Maddox O'Connor, bats third, and the shortstop, Connor Duong, hits cleanup. Landon Hamilton at third base, Hamilton batting fifth. Corbin Medina, the catcher, will hit sixth. Alex Stewart, the designated hitter in Game 2, batting seventh. Cameron Hall gets the start in left field, batting eighth. And batting ninth is the second baseman, Cale Supernaut. As we mentioned on the mound for Southeast Polk, Cale Julander making his varsity debut. Those are the Rams. These are your Ottumwa Bulldogs. Leading off and catching, Dalton Dowd. Batting second and pitching, Tanner Shark. Carter Thompson, the shortstop, hits third, and Jared Mitchell at first base, batting fourth. Tucker Long will play second base and bat fifth. Braylon Griffiths, the right fielder, hits sixth. Matt Mitchell at third base, batting seventh. Javen Rominger in center field, batting eighth. And Luke Reinhard will bat ninth and play left field. The head coaches were on their way to the mound to meet with the umpires, and now John Yeager, after saying something to the umpire about halfway there, went back to the dugout. Scott Supernaut, the Southeast Polk head coach, has made his way to home plate. I'm not sure what. Oh, Coach Yeager's getting some new game balls. He's got some new baseballs in his hand, and he'll bring those to our umpiring crew. They'll switch roles. The base umpire now from Game 1 now behind the plate, and vice versa. Both teams keeping the same jersey. Southeast Polk, gray jerseys. It's got a big yellow stripe trimmed in black across the front and on the sleeves. And it says Southeast Polk in white letters within that yellow band across the jersey. They've got white numbers front and back, and white pants with a black stripe. Southeast Polk with camouflage gray hats and black batting helmets. Ottumwa, those pinstripe home white jerseys, red lettering Bulldogs inscript across the front, a flourish underneath, red numbers front and back. And many of the Bulldogs wearing the high socks, the high red socks with the white stripes. Red caps with the Ottumwa O, of course, for OHS. I think we've got time for one more break here. Let's take a 90-second timeout. When we return, we should be just about ready for the first pitch of Game 2. It comes your way next on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Get the small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
Hey, it's Sam here, your Lisco sales rep. Summertime weather is just around the corner, so you know the drill. Construction is in full swing, and we have limited time to get your order on the list for this year. As you're prioritizing your goals for 2022, let's make you the priority. We can chat details about what would make your home or business data connection the most successful. To add or update your services, call me, Samantha Knoll, for your Lisco sales and account management. 641-209-5400, 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Baseball, 1240 AM, 102.7 FM, KBIZ, live video on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. Good evening once again, everybody. Jason Van Arkel with you from John Hart Stadium, Legion Memorial Field. Annie Argo, the on-site video producer. Guadalupe Contreras, the radio producer, back at the KBIZ studios. Just about ready for Game 2 between Ottumwa and Southeast Polk. Tanner Shark, the senior lefty on the mound for Ottumwa. The defense behind him in Game 2. We find Luke Reinhardt in left, Javen Rominger in center, Braylon Griffiths in right, Matt Mitchell at third, Carter Thompson at short, Tucker Long at second, Jared Mitchell at first, and Dalton Dowd is behind the plate. Jack Casey, Carson Kesey, Maddox O'Connor, the top three in the batting order for the Rams of Southeast Polk. Shark should have maybe a couple more warm-up pitches. One more warm-up pitch, and then we will be ready to get Game 2 underway. Pitch comes in. Dowd will fire down to second, and we will get ready to start Game 2.
Leading off, Southeast Polk.
Jack Casey. Again, leading off and playing right field. Casey was 2 for 3, twice hit by a pitch in Game 1. The first pitch of Game 2 from Tanner Shark is a little bit high, ball one. First pitch at 8:17 this evening. .61 degrees as we start Game 2. Swing and a miss, and the count even at a ball and a strike. Skies mostly clear. A north wind at 17 miles an hour. That's picked up a bit. It's gotten a little chillier. Now the 1-1. Breaking ball outside corner, 1-2. One ball, two strikes. Lefty to righty. Shark peers over the glove, gets the sign from Dowd. The pitch to Casey. Swing and a foul back off the end of the bat. We'll do it again at 1-2. Still 1-2 to the Rams leadoff hitter, Jack Casey. Shark brings it home. Popped it up. Left side. Shark calling for it on the infield grass. Makes the catch for out number 1. One away for Carson Kesey, the center fielder. He was the cleanup hitter in Game 1, batting second here in Game 2. And he was 2 for 4 with 3 RBI in that Ram 11-5 win. If you weren't with us for Game 1, that score is a little misleading. Ottumwa led that game most of the way. They fell behind in the 5th inning, but retook the lead 5-4, only to give up 7 runs in the top of the 7th. Lefty to lefty here, the pitch. On the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Shark was dominant on the hill last season. The 0-1 stayed high, 1 ball, 1 strike. And of course, he built that season off his breakout sophomore campaign 2 years ago when he was part of Ottumwa's state tournament team. As the 1-1 to Kesey is way high, 2-1. In fact, it was Tanner Shark who got the win in the sub-state final over Iowa City High 2 years ago right here at Legion Memorial Field. Came on in relief. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Kesey nearly swung out of his shoes. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Top of the first of Game 2. Tanner into the wind and the pitch. Little pop-up left side. Going back is Carter Thompson. He dives. He can't get it. It's a bloop single for Carson Kesey. Well, he was trying to locate that ball. The wind was playing some tricks with it. I don't feel like, between Game 1 and now that, I don't feel like Southeast Polk has really squared up a ball and drilled it all night. But they've had infield hits, they've had bloop hits, and then Ottumwa, in Game 1, compounded those with errors and walks, and eventually it overwhelmed them. Here's Maddox O'Connor, the third baseman. First pitch, outside, ball 1. O'Connor in Game 1 was 2 for 5. Couple of singles, couple of runs scored. The 1-0. A little bit high, 2-0. Kesey at first had a stolen base in Game 1. That pitch swung on and missed. Shark took something off it and had O'Connor out in front, 2-1. Kesey has 2 stolen bases overall on the season, has yet to be caught. 2 balls and a strike. There he goes. They got him picked off. Mitchell's throw down to second. The tag. And out at second is Kesey, caught stealing 1-3-6. Carter Thompson applied the tag. Tucker Long was there, and then Thompson had the better angle. Tucker got out of the way. Good catch and tag by Carter Thompson. 2 out, nobody on. Now that's a play in Game 1 Ottumwa wasn't able to make. A couple times they had a runner dead to rights and threw the ball away. The 2-1 popped up on the infield. Thompson near the bag at second, makes the catch, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, but nobody left after half an inning. The Rams nothing. The Bulldogs are coming up on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the first inning, Southeast Polk unable to score in the top half, and now Cale Julander, we believe, making his varsity debut on the mound for the Rams. Tall right-handed pitcher. The defense behind him in game two finds Cameron Hull in left, Carson Kesey in center, Jack Casey in right, Maddox O'Connor at third, Connor Duong at short, Cale Supernaut at second, Landon Hamilton at first, and Corbin Medina behind the plate. Dalton Dowd, Tanner Shark, Carter Thompson, the top three once again in the Ottumwa order. Dowd awaiting the final warm-up pitch from Julander, and down to second the ball goes. Dalton was 1 for 3 with a walk, scored a run in game one. And the left-handed batting catcher will dig in.
Dalton Dowd.
First pitch from Julander tonight is driven in the air to right. Pretty well hit. Casey going back, still going back, reaches up, can't get it over his head and all the way to the fence. Dowd around second. He wants 3. Here comes a relay throw to third. It is not in time. It is a leadoff triple for Dalton Dowd. That's a good way to start a ball game. So Dowd will make 3/4 of the trip around the bases, but since he's the catcher, he'll get a courtesy runner. Kobe Chentalavan will run at third. That brings up Tanner Shark. Played right field in game one, pitching here in game two, of course. Tanner was 1 for 3 with a couple of RBI and a run scored in game one. Corner infielders in, middle infielders back for the Rams. Ottumwa trying to grab an early lead for the second straight game. First pitch. Over but low, ball 1.
Courtesy runner, Toby Chentalavan.
1 ball, no strikes. Chentalavan, the runner at third. He had 2 steals on Wednesday running as a courtesy runner. There's a roller to the right side. That'll get the run home. Up with it, the second baseman Supernaut. Throw to first in time. But it's 1-0 at Ottumwa as Chentalavan comes in to score, and Shark has his third RBI of the doubleheader. That'll bring up Carter Thompson. 1 out, nobody on, a run home for the Dogs. Thompson was 0 for 4 in game one. First pitch here, line foul off to the right out of play, 0-1. Carter wants that pitch back. It was a fastball center cut, and he was tardy. Oh, 0-1 the count to the Bulldog shortstop. The next offering. Check swing, breaking ball stayed inside, 1-1. That 17-mile-an-hour wind blowing in from left center, out of the north. The 1-1. In the dirt, 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Julander pitches from the stretch even with no one on base. His next offering. Over but low, 3-1. Dowd swung at the first pitch and tripled. Shark swung at the second pitch and drove him in with a ground out. Thompson's been a lot more patient here. Normally Ottumwa was patient, but Dowd got a first pitch fastball and jumped all over it. Now the 3-1. Fly ball to left, shallow. Hull can't find it. Now he's got it. For a moment there, he had those hands out and that look of, I don't know where it is. We're getting to that point where it's hard to see a ball above the lights, but Hull tracked it down. And there's 2 away. That'll bring up the first baseman, Jared Mitchell.
Now batting number 15, Jared Mitchell.
Mitchell was 1 for 4 with a run scored in game 1. Right-hander to right-hander. First pitch. Over but low, ball 1. Ottumwa leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. Dowd tripled, scored on a sharp ground out. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Big cut by Jared. He didn't get cheated there, but the count even at a ball and a strike. One and one to the Bulldog first baseman. And this pitch is lifted in the air down the right field line. It's foul already, and the wind pushing it way foul and out of play into the Ottumwa bullpen, or behind the Ottumwa bullpen. 1-2. Tucker Long on deck if the inning continues. 1-2 to Jared Mitchell. Slightly closed stance in that right-handed batter's box. The pitch. Breaking ball lifted in the air, high to left center. Hall coming over, calling for it. And he'll make the catch to retire the side, but Ottumwa gets a run on a hit. Nobody left after an inning. Bulldogs 1, Rams nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hey, nice job clearing the clog.
Thanks.
You know anybody who could repair the water damage in my basement?
Roto-Rooter does that.
Do you guys fix water heaters?
Roto-Rooter does that.
How about a leaky faucet?
We do that.
Disposal repair?
We do that.
I've got to run a few errands, but if you could finish up those pies, that'd be great. Thanks.
And away go troubles down the drain.
Pies. Okay.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the second inning, Tanner Shark pitching with a 1-0 lead that he helped create by driving in the run after Dowd tripled to lead off the game. I'm not 100% sure, but Dowd's triple, he drove it over the head of the right fielder, Jack Casey. Casey was running with it. I think he thought he was going to get there, but that we said that north wind is blowing in from left and left center. It's pushing a ball towards the corner a bit in right, and it might have helped that ball carry a little farther, too. It's not going to push a ball out of the park to right tonight, certainly, but it can have an effect. All right, 4, 5, and 6 due up for Southeast Polk. Connor Duong will lead it off. He did not play in game 1. 2 for 5 on the season with an RBI. First pitch. Shark held on to that too long, threw it in the dirt, ball 1. You can hear the wind in the microphone a little bit. It's gotten chilly here in Ottumwa. Tanner winds in the 1-0. Line to left but foul over towards the Ram bullpen. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 1 to the Rams shortstop. That pitch in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. Nothing Ottumwa. Top of the second. Sharks 1-2 to Duong. Lifted in the air to right. And over there to make the catch is Braylon Griffiths for out number 1. That brings us to the first baseman, Landon Hamilton.
Now batting, first baseman number 12, Landon Hamilton.
Hamilton was 1 for 3 with a walk in game 1. Lefty to righty, the pitch. Over but low, ball 1. Each team with a hit, but Ottumwa with a 1-0 lead. That pitch skied in the air, left side of the infield. Thompson settles under it, makes the catch, out number 2. Quickly 2 away for the catcher, Corbin Medina, who had an eventful game 1. At the plate, he was 0 for 2 but drew a couple of walks. Pardon me, he was 1 for 2 with a couple of walks. He also made a couple of throwing errors. He'll stand in against Shark for the first time. Mentioned both teams have a hit as this pitch is in the dirt, ball 1. But Southeast Polk's hit was erased on a pickoff throw when the runner was trying to steal, whereas Ottumwa's hit was a triple that was quickly brought in for the run. The 1-0 here, inside corner, strike 1 to Medina. One ball, one strike. The next offering, swing and a miss, 1-2. Might have foul tipped that into the mid of Dowd, but same result. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tanner looking for his first strikeout of the night. And the lefties 1-2. Down and in, 2-2.
The batter, Corbin Medina.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Alex Stewart, the DH on deck, if the inning continues past Medina. Tanner's 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him on a breaking ball to retire the side. Sharks' first strikeout brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. Rams go in order. We go to the bottom of the second. Bulldogs lead 1-0 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the second inning, Ottumwa with an early 1-0 lead over Southeast Polk. Game 2 of our doubleheader tonight. By the way, on the out-of-town scoreboard, not baseball, but the Indian Hills golf team today captured its 7th national championship. They won the team championship by 11 strokes over Odessa. Also for the Warriors, Jose Ramirez won the individual national title, shooting 12 under par. So congratulations to Ramirez and the Indian Hills golf team. 7th national championship for IHCC. Back to baseball. Tucker Long will lead off the second inning, followed by Braylon Griffiths and Matt Mitchell.
Second baseman, number 22, Tucker Long.
Long pitched a good game on the mound. Saw the bullpen lose it late. Otherwise, he would have had the win. First pitch here from Cale Julander. He swings and misses at a pitch in the dirt, 0-1. At the plate, Long was 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a walk in the opener. Now the 0-1. Down and in, 1 ball, 1 strike. Righty to lefty. Julander to Long. Ground ball up the middle, over to get it. Duong behind the bag at second. Throw to first. Just in time, and there's 1 away. That'll bring up the right fielder, Braylon Griffiths.
Bulldog right fielder, number 29, Braylon Griffiths.
Griffiths was 1 for 3, and was hit by a pitch in game 1. First pitch here from Julander, grounded to third. O'Connor has this one cleanly. Long throw across is in time, 2 down. That'll bring us to Matt Mitchell, the Bulldogs sophomore third baseman. Mitchell was 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored in the opener.
Matt Mitchell.
Two out, nobody on for Ottumwa here in the bottom of the second, leading Southeast Polk 1-0. That pitch outside, ball one. Give Corbin Medina, the catcher, credit. That ball was in the other batter's box. He caught it, tried to frame it, just whipped that glove back in, but that was a little far out to get that call. Here's the 1-0. Ground ball to the right side. That's Supernaught. He's got it. Second baseman to first in time, and Ottumwa goes quietly in the second. We go to the third. Bulldogs 1, Rams nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the third inning, Ottumwa 1, Southeast Polk nothing. Tanner Shark has faced the minimum through 2 innings. Allowed 1 hit, but immediately erased it on a pickoff. 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Rams. Alex Stewart, Cameron Hull, and Cale Supernaught. Stewart in game 1 was 2 for 3. Couple of singles. Stewart played left field in game 1. He's the DH here in the nightcap.
DH for Southeast Polk, number 1, Alex Stewart.
Right-handed batter. Like a lot of hitters, up pretty close to the plate. Sharks' first pitch of the third inning, down and in, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Shark shakes off the sign, now has what he wants. The pitch. Down and in, that's a strike, 1-1. Shark again brings it home, and a swing and a miss, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is out number 1. Second strikeout for Shark, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. Cameron Hull, the batter, he spent part of game 1 as a courtesy runner, then got a pinch hit at bat late for Alex Stewart, singled and ended up scoring a run in that 7-run 7th for the Rams. First pitch, swing and a miss. Had him way out in front, 0-1. Next offering misses, and the count even at a ball and a strike. Lights have pretty much taken full effect here at John Hart Stadium, Legion Memorial Field. Tanner is 1-1. Bunted at and missed. And the count 1-2. Hull thought he might catch Ottumwa napping there, but Shark threw a fastball high around the outside corner, and Hull could not reach it with the bunt attempt. Now the 1-2. Over but low, 2-2. Cale Supernaught, the number 9 hitter, on deck. 1 out, nobody on, top of the third. Ottumwa 1, Southeast Polk nothing. The 2-2 pitch. Called, strike 3 in the inside corner, 2 down. Third strikeout in a row for Shark, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. And here is the aforementioned Cale Supernaught.
Second baseman, number 13, Cale Supernaught.
Supernaught was 1 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored in game 1. Sharks' first offering to him here, swing and a miss, 0-1. Lefty to righty. Southeast Polk with only one lefty in the order in this game. That pitch just off the outside corner, count even at a ball and a strike. Bit of a chill on a Friday night here. Still haven't actually gotten to summer yet. That pitch way high, 2-1. Checking the Major League scoreboard. Top of the ninth inning in Philadelphia. Cubs 8, Phillies 1. Sharks 2-1 pitch. Inside 3-1. Top of the order, Jack Casey on deck. Top of the fifth in St. Louis. Dodgers 1, Cardinals nothing. Just underway out in Anaheim. First inning, Twins and Angels scoreless after half an inning. The 3-1 here, that's in the dirt, ball 4, and Shark issues his first walk. Probably didn't want to walk the number 9 hitter. Back to the top of the order, Jack Casey, who flew out to left his first time up.
For the Rams, Jack Casey.
Other scores. In Washington, Tigers 8, Nationals 6, top of the ninth. In Toronto, Orioles 6, Blue Jays 2, going to the bottom of the ninth. In New York, Guardians 7, Mets 7, bottom of the eighth. In Atlanta, Braves 6, Mariners 2, bottom of the eighth. As that pitch is up high to Jack Casey, ball 1. Down in Arlington, Rangers 7, Rockies 1, top of the sixth. In Chicago, White Sox 2, Royals nothing, bottom of the sixth. In Houston, Astros 2, A's 1, top of the sixth. Throw to first, and Super not back in, standing up. Just underway, top of the first in San Diego, Red Sox and Padres scoreless. As this pitch is outside, 2-0, and Sharks struggling with his control right now. Finals from Major League Baseball today. Pirates at home beat the Diamondbacks 13-3. Rays at home beat the Brewers 1-0. Yankees on the road beat the Reds 6-2. One game yet to get underway, Marlins at the Giants tonight in San Francisco. All right, Sharks 2-0 pitch. High 3-0. Well, all of a sudden, Tanner can't find the zone. He had 2 out, nobody on, walked the number 9 hitter after back-to-back strikeouts. Now he's 3-0 on the leadoff hitter, Jack Casey, with Carson Kesey on deck. That pitch in there for a strike, 3-1. Casey taking all the way. Ottumwa leading 1-0. Southeast Polk with a man on first and 2 down here in the top of the third, but another ball here would put 2 on and put a man in scoring position. Sharks 3-1. Missed high, ball 4. Back-to-back walks with 2 out. This has been the kind of thing that's gotten Ottumwa in trouble each of its first 2 games. Some hit batters with 2 out on Wednesday in the 4th inning that opened the door for Indianola to have a 4-run rally. A bunch of walks in that 7th inning in game 1 here tonight. Kesey had a bloop single his first time up. Then he was picked off, caught stealing. He takes a strike on the outside corner here, 0-1. Shark does have the advantage of having a lefty-lefty matchup here with 2 on and 2 out. All he's got to do is get 1 more out and he get back into the dugout with his lead intact. He'll step off the rubber here. Supernaut at second, Casey at first with 2 down. Now the 0-1. Strike at the knees, 0-2. Tanner now 1 strike away from getting out of a mini jam of his own making. Oh and 2. Dowd sets up outside. The pitch came inside and missed, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to the center fielder, Carson Kesey. Shark looks back at second, looks again, and the pitch. Just off the outside corner, 2-2. Boy, Shark didn't display a lot of emotion after that, but Ottumwa wanted that call, didn't get it. Will it end up mattering? The 2-2 pitch. Up and in, 3-2, and now the runners will be on the move. Full count, 2 out. Supernaut at second, Casey at first. Boy, this feels like, I've never seen it, but this would be a good time to wheel to second base and see if they're running. There they go, the 3-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. He chased ball 4 up and out of the zone, and Ottumwa caught a bit of a break, but Shark gets the strikeout. He strikes out the side. Another strikeout brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. No runs, no hits, no balls put in play, and 2 left. We go to the bottom of the third. Bulldogs 1, Rams nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Wondering what to have for lunch or supper? Stop in and see Mike and his team at Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse. Whether you want amazing Greek food, pasta, salads, sandwiches, fish, chicken, steak, or the best pizza in town, they have what you want. They are always open for carryout, and their full menu is available at mikespizzasteakhouse.com. Thank you, Southern Iowa, for making Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse your favorite restaurant and your favorite pizza place. Proud to support the Ottumwa Bulldogs.
Opa! You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the third inning. Ottumwa 1, Southeast Polk nothing. The Rams sent 5 batters to the plate in the top of the third. Not one of them put a ball in play. 3 of them struck out, 2 of them walked. Tanner Shark managed to strand the 2 who walked. And now Cale Julander will head out for his third inning of work. Facing the 8-9-1 hitters in the Bulldog order. Javen Rominger, Luke Reinhardt, and Dalton Dowd. Rominger in game 1 was 1 for 3 with a 2-run double. That 5th inning double put Ottumwa back in front 5-4. They would eventually give up 7 in the 7th and lose 11-5. Rominger stands in against Julander. First pitch, swing and a miss late on the fastball, 0-1. Rominger playing center field again tonight. The 0-1. Breaking ball low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the 1-1. On the outside corner, strike 2. Julander's 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, low and away, 2-2. Rominger awaiting the 2-2 pitch. It's on the way. Up and in, 3-2. Good job by Javen to work the count full. Three balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch. Popped in the air, foul off to the right, out of play. Rominger stays alive. We'll do it again at 3-2. Julander from the stretch, even with no one on base. First base side of the rubber. Another 3-2 to Javen. Up and in, ball 4, and a well-earned leadoff walk by Javen Rominger. That brings up Luke Reinhardt, who did not play in game 1. Reinhardt played Wednesday against Indianola.
Now batting left fielder number 8, Luke Reinhardt.
He was 0 for 3 in that game. This feels like a bunting situation for John Yeager's Bulldogs here. We'll see. First pitch, didn't show bunt, took a strike, 0-1. Well, sometimes they'll take a pitch and then try to lay one down. Third baseman O'Connor even with the bag. Runner goes. Pitch is a strike. The throw down to second, not in time. Rominger steals the base. So they issue, if I said that right, the sacrifice, and they just get the steal. It's Javen's first of the year. He's in scoring position for Reinhardt, who is down in the count 0-2. Ottumwa up 1-0. Runner at second, nobody out. Bottom of the third inning. The 0-2. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, strike 3. First strikeout for Julander, and that's out number 1. Back to the top of the order, Dalton Dowd, who tripled on the first pitch he saw tonight. Scored the first run of the game back in the first inning. Julander looks back at second, checks on Rominger. There he goes. Pitch is outside, the throw down to third, not in time. Great jump by Javen. He slid so hard he dislodged the third base bag. 1-0 to Dowd. And now you don't even need a hit to bring home a run. A deep enough fly ball will get it done. If the infield plays back, a ground ball could get it done. Coach Yeager over there trying to fix third base, and they're actually going to have to bring a little digging tool out. Jared Mitchell brings it out, tosses it to Coach Yeager, who's going to do a little digging around that base anchor to basically get all the dirt out of there that Rominger put in there when he slid. And now he'll be able to reattach third base. So here we go, runner at third, 1 out, a 1-0 count to Dowd. Out in center field, Carson Kesey had taken a knee waiting for the proceedings, and now he's back on his feet. Corner infielders creeping in for Southeast Polk. Ground ball right side, off the glove of the first baseman Hamilton, then off the glove of the second baseman Supernaut. The run scores, it's 2-0. So I think that's going to go down as an error on Hamilton. What's interesting, Hamilton, I know he was thinking about fielding that sharp grounder and throwing home. When he missed it, it deflected towards Supernaut, who got leather on it but couldn't control it. If Supernaut catches it, they might get the out at first. But now here's Tanner Shark, again trying to help his own cause. That pitch way inside, and it bounces away, and down to second on the wild pitch goes the courtesy runner, Kobe Chantalavan. So Chantalavan now at second, 1-0 count to Shark. I'm thinking you can't give Dowd an RBI on that. I'm not sure, though. Anyway, the 1-0. Bunt shown. Pulled the bat back and had to get out of the way of the pitch. 2 balls, no strikes. Two 2-0 to Tanner Shark. Ottumwa's added a run. They lead 2-0. The shortstop, Duong, stuck in behind Chantalavan for a moment. Now goes back, pitches downstairs, 3-0 to Tanner. A walk and 2 stolen bases by Rominger. Reinhardt struck out, but then Dowd, the sharp grounder that was booted for an error and scored the run. Chantalavan then to second on a wild, or pardon me. Yeah, Chantalavan, the courtesy runner, to second on a wild pitch. Now a 3-0 pitch to Shark. On the inside corner, 3-1. Ottumwa has scored in this inning without benefit of a hit, but they'd like Shark to put one into the gap and bring home another run, already leading 2-0. Sluggers count for Tanner. Here's the 3-1. In the dirt, ball 4. And now there's runners at first and second with only one out for Carter Thompson. Thompson flew out to left his first time up. Carter trying to get going. He's 0 for 5 in this doubleheader to this point. And before Julander throws another pitch, he'll get a visit from his coach on the mound. And he'll bring in the entire infield for this one. Well, that wind is getting chillier here. Just shy of 9 o'clock, 1240 a.m., 102.7 FM, KBIZ Ottumwa. We're down to 58 degrees, and the weather app's putting feels like 55 on it, so it's May 19th, and I'm talking about a wind chill. It's not a freezing wind chill, it's 55, not 25, but still.
Batting for the Bulldogs, shortstop number 19, Carter Thompson.
So here is Carter Thompson. Been a lot of batters without a lot of balls put in play in this inning between both teams. First pitch to Carter. Strike on the outside corner, 0-1. In the top half of the inning, Tanner Shark struck out 3, walked 2. Didn't give anything up. In the bottom half of this inning, we've had 2 walks, a strikeout, and 1 ground ball for an error. So 9 plate appearances, 1 ball in play in this third inning. Now the 0-1 to Thompson. Down and in, 1 ball, 1 strike. With that wind blowing in from left, you'd love to see Carter try to go the other way. Fly ball to left isn't going to do any good right now, you wouldn't think. The 1-1. That's sailed outside, 2-1. Of course, the way that Julander has pitched this inning, patience is a virtue. 2-1 to Thompson. Chantalivon, the courtesy runner at second. Shark, the runner at first. Great speed on the bases for Ottumwa right now. The 2-1. Way outside, 3-1. Jared Mitchell on deck. And this is Cale Julander's varsity debut. He is their 6th starter this week. Doubleheaders 3 days in a row. Southeast Polk did not use a reliever in game 1, even though they gave up 5 runs. The 3-1, ground ball left side through the hole, base hit. Around third on his way home is Chantalivon. Up with it is Hull. The throw is cut off. RBI single Carter Thompson. It's 3-0.
RBI single.
Stopping at second is Shark.
Chantalivon scores. Batting for the Bulldogs, first base.
And that'll bring up Jared Mitchell. Runners at first and second, still only 1 out. And the Dogs up 3. Time now called as Corbin Medina is chatting with Julander. The third baseman O'Connor also in on this conversation. Jared Mitchell's gone down the line to talk to Coach Yeager. Ottumwa trying to hand Southeast Polk its first loss of the season. Bulldogs had a shot to do it in game 1. Led 5-4 going to the final inning, but lost 11-5. They lead 3-0 here in the third inning of game 2 with Tanner Shark on the mound. Right now it looks pretty good, but you can never have enough runs, especially against a program like Southeast Polk. First pitch to Mitchell, up and away, ball 1. Mitchell flew out to left his first time up. And there will be activity now in the Southeast Polk bullpen. Here's the 1-0 to Jarrett. In there for a strike, 1-1. It's kind of hard to read the numbers down in that bullpen for Southeast Polk. Long pause by Julander here, now the 1-1. Popped it up on the infield fly. Well, no, it's a foul ball. And it's dropped. The catcher, Medina, just missed it. Had Julander and the first baseman Hamilton in the area, but he kind of overran that pop foul. New life for Jared Mitchell at 1-2. When that ball first went up in the air, I thought it'd be the infield fly rule, but then when it went into foul territory, that takes that out of play. I believe the pitcher warming up is Ethan Allum. I thought I saw number 30 on his jersey, a left-hander. 1-2 to Jared Mitchell. The pitch. Chopper, third base side foul, and we'll do it again at 1-2. One ball, two strikes. 2 on, 1 out, 3-0 Ottumwa, bottom 3, trying to add to their lead. Runners go. Pitch swung on and missed, strike 3, but it's a double steal, and we'll have runners at second and third with 2 down for Tucker Long. Second strikeout of the inning, end of the game for Julander. That breaking ball was down low. I wish Jared hadn't swung at it, but Tucker Long will have an opportunity. A base hit could drive in too. Again, you've got speed out there with Shark at third, Thompson at second. Long grounder to short his first time up. Pretty good play up the middle by Duong. First pitch here. Down and in, ball 1. One ball, no strikes to the left-handed batting Tucker Long. The next offering. Swing and a miss. Boy, Tucker came out of his shoes on a pitch that was in the dirt, 1-1. Tucker has so much talent, especially pitching, but he's a good hitter too, but still just a freshman, and that was a little bit of a freshman excitement there. Now the 1-1. Down and in, 2-1. First base is open. So Julander doesn't have to give in to Long here. He's got a right-handed batter, Griffiths, on deck. Now the 2-1. Fouled off to the left into the parking lot, 2-2. Deuce is wild on the scoreboard, number 22 at bat, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Let's see if our number 22 can drive in 2 runs here, second and third. Long digs back in. The 2-2 pitch. Ground ball up the middle, but it's to the shortstop. Duong sets his feet, throws to first in time, and the inning is over. But Ottumwa tacks on 2 more runs on just 1 hit. There was 1 error and 2 left on base. We go to the 4th inning. Bulldogs 3, Rams nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 4th inning, Tanner Shark's been given a bit bigger cushion. 3-0 lead now as Ottumwa tacked on 2 in the bottom of that 3rd inning. Southeast Polk will have the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. O'Connor, Duong, and Hamilton due up. Shark in the ball game has struck out 3 and he's walked 2 through 3 innings of work. Although all of those instances, the strikeouts and the walks, came in 1 inning, the 3rd inning. He struck out the first 2, walked the next 2, struck out the last one. Southeast Polk hasn't put a ball in play in a while. Maddox O'Connor popped out his first time up. That was the final out of the 1st inning. Lefty to righty, first pitch here in the dirt, ball 1. Shark has fallen behind 1-0 a lot tonight, it seems, but it hasn't really mattered at this point. Bulldogs 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors through 3 innings. Southeast Polk no runs, 1 hit, 1 error. The 1-0. High 2-0. I think Southeast Polk, after seeing Shark walk a couple in that 3rd inning, they're trying to be more patient at the plate. Tanner's got to throw some strikes. The 2-0. That's low, 3-0. You wonder as it gets chillier, 58 degrees at the moment in the city of Bridges, you wonder if pitcher gripping the baseball is becoming a bit of an issue. The 3-0. Sails way high, ball 4. That is not how Tanner wanted to start the 4th inning with a 4-pitch walk. That brings up Connor Duong, the shortstop, who flew out to right his first time up.
Connor Duong, the batter.
Duong's a guy you want to keep off base. He came into this doubleheader leading Southeast Polk with 4 steals on the season. Sharks pitch here, up and in, ball 1. Ottumwa probably started this game hoping Tanner Shark could, if not go the distance, at least get through 6 innings. And he still could. As that pitch is a little bit high, 2-0. But Tanner started this inning with 50 pitches in 3 innings, which, is a pace that would get you to 100 through 6 and have a chance to at least start the 7th. 110 is the limit. That pitch high, 3-0. But right now, Tanner has thrown 7 pitches in this inning, and not one of them has been in the strike zone. Bulldogs leading 3-0, but Shark is 1 pitch away from putting himself in a much bigger jam than he was in last inning. The 3-0. Ball 4 down low. Back-to-back 4-pitch walks to start the 4th inning. And while Southeast Polk still hasn't put a ball in play in a while, this is a lot more dangerous than when Shark issued 2 walks with 2 out last inning. Luke Gomat, the pitching coach, out to talk to his ace. The batter will be Landon Hamilton, who popped out to second his first time up. It's a final in Philadelphia. Cubs 10, Phillies 1. They went extras at Citi Field in New York. Cleveland and the Mets, and the Guardians scored 2 in the top of the 10th. They lead the Mets 9-7. Mets batting bottom of the 10th.
Now batting, Landon Hamilton.
White Sox still lead the Royals 2-0 going to the 9th inning in Chicago. Dodgers still lead the Cardinals 1-0, top 7 in St. Louis. Yankees beat the Reds 6-2. Orioles beat the Blue Jays 6-2. Braves beat the Mariners 6-2. Common score tonight. All right. 2 on, nobody out. First pitch. Inside to Landon Hamilton, ball 1. That's 9 straight out of the zone by Shark. No activity yet in the Ottumwa bullpen. No, I take it back. I think now they've chased the kids out, and there's a player throwing down there. The 1-0. Up and in, 2-0. Boy, Tanner has just lost the zone entirely here. Jared Mitchell in on the edge of the grass in case Southeast Polk was thinking about bunting. Right now they're just taking pitches. The 2-0. Low, 3-0. My goodness. And Tanner takes a moment behind the rubber there, kind of bends over at the waist, trying to shake off whatever demons are plaguing him right now. It might be Luke Gravy warming up. The 3-0. In there for a strike, 3-1. So on the 12th pitch of the inning, Shark finally throws his first strike of the top of the fourth. Let's see if that gets him going here. 3-1 to Hamilton. The pitch. Swing and a foul tip into the mid of Dalton Dowd, 3-2. All right. How aggressive is Southeast Polk here? Do you send the runners at 3-2 with nobody out? O'Connor at second, Duong at first. O'Connor dancing around out there, not going. The pitch, swing, and a foul back. And Hamilton just did get a piece to stay alive, 3-2. Three balls, two strikes. Shark pickoff throw to second. It goes into center field, but backing it up is Rominger, and O'Connor had made a dive back into second, and he just stayed where he was, so no harm, no foul there. They had the daylight play on. Carter Thompson ran into the bag behind O'Connor. Shark wheeled him through. I don't think they'd have gotten him even if the throw had been on the money. Now another 3-2 pitch to Hamilton. High ball four, they're loaded. 3 straight walks. And Ottumwa's 3-0 lead is in jeopardy. Here's Corbin Medina. He struck out his first time up. Shark has struck out 4. He really needs a strikeout here.
Now back, Corbin Medina.
Someone's going to have the corner infielders in. Middle infielders, you'd like to turn to, especially with a catcher batting. Shark will go from the windup here. The pitch. Outside corner strike, 0-1. Now the 0-1. Popped up right side, foul territory, Dowd over. Can he get there? Sliding catch! What a play by Dalton Dowd, right up against the barrier, out number 1. Dowd, that's a defensive play of the night so far. Big first out.
Now batting number 1, Alex Stewart.
Alex Stewart struck out his first time up. That ends a string. That pop out, that foul out, ends a string of 9 straight Southeast Polk batters who did not put the ball in play, who either struck out or walked. First pitch here, up high, ball 1. Someone now has the infield back with 1 out. Now the corner infielders are halfway. That pitch up and in, 2-0. Well, Shark pitched well to Medina, but now he's missed twice to Stewart. He's got to get locked back in on that strike zone again. 3 walks, a foul out. Now a 2-0 count to Stewart with no place to put him. It's almost still up 3-0 for the moment. Tanner winds and delivers. Strike at the letters, 2-1. That one was a bit borderline, and Ottumwa got the call. That's a big pitch right there. Big difference between 2-1 and 3-0. 2 balls and a strike. Shark comes home. Fly ball to right center. That'll probably get the run home. Who wants it? Griffiths is there. Oh, he missed it. Only 1 run scores as Ottumwa gets it back in. And Stewart doing the Daniel Bryan yes chant over there. That's an error. That's got to be an error on Braylon Griffiths. And it's 3-1. O'Connor scores. Duong to third, Hamilton to second. Stewart will get credit for a sac fly and an RBI. Bases loaded, still only 1 out for Cameron Hull. Struck out looking his first time up. Pitch up and away, ball one. Boy, we were hoping that this would be a cleaner game, and it has been, but walks and an error have cost Ottumwa at least one run here. They would have given up the run anyway, but you make the catch, there's 2 out. Now a swing and a miss, and the count even at a ball and a strike. Shark trying to minimize the damage here. He should have 2 away. Boy, I wish he'd get a ground ball right back to the mound. Breaking ball in there, strike 2 at the knees.
The batter's Cameron Holt.
1-2 to Cameron Hall. The wind and the pitch. Low and away, 2-2. Well, we were talking about Shark pitching deep into this game. He's thrown a ton of pitches this inning. Already 24 pitches and still only 1 out. The 2-2. Just off the outside corner, 3-2, bases loaded, 1 out. Ball 4 would mean the second run. Boy, Shark's got to find a way to make a good pitch right here. The wind by the lefty and the 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Might have chased one off the outside corner. Well, that's a big second out for Tanner Shark. Another strikeout brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. Strikeout number 5 for Tanner. And here's Cale Supernaut, who walked his first time up. Bases loaded, 2 out. The pitch. Swing and a foul back, 0-1. The first 3 batters of this inning walked. He had a foul out, a fly to right that should have been an out but was dropped for an error that scored a run. Then a strikeout. Now 0-1 to the number 9 hitter, Supernaut. The 0-1. Fly ball right center. That's in the alley. That's trouble. It's down and it's rolling. It'll score at least 2. They're going to wave around the 3rd run. It is a 3-run double for Cale Supernaut. And Southeast Polk leads it 4-3. And Ottumwa ends up paying dearly for the walks and for the error. All 3 of those runs are unearned, but that is no comfort right now.
Batting for the Rams, Jack Casey.
Jack Casey, the batter, he's flied out and he's walked. First pitch misses, ball 1. One and 0 to the leadoff hitter, Jack Casey. Runner at second. 4 runs home here in the top of the 4th. The pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. Sharks, 1-1 pitch, runner goes, swing and a miss, throw down to 3rd, and a good pick by Matt Mitchell to keep that from going down the line and scoring another run. Supernaut steals the base. You can question the wisdom of trying to steal 3rd with 2 out. Count is 1-2 to Casey. Ottumwa led 3-0 coming into this inning. They're now down 4-3. 3rd game of the season and the 3rd straight game a disastrous inning has occurred. The pitch, a little bit high, 2-2. Bulldogs were undone by a 4-run 4th inning by Indianola on Wednesday. They were undone in game 1 tonight by a 7-run 7th inning. That was after a 3-run 5th inning that Ottumwa overcame to retake the lead. Now a 4-run 4th inning in game 2. The 2-2 pitch, and it hit him. And Casey heads to first, and the inning continues. The 9th batter of the inning, Carson Kesey, who was singled and struck out.
Batting for the Rams, center fielder Carson Kesey.
Coach Yeager did not like the fact that that was ruled a hit by pitch. He's arguing that Casey put his arm out in front of that ball. I don't know if he did or not, but call's not changing. Runners on the corners and 2 down. Shark just trying to end this inning and keep Ottumwa within a run. Down 4-3. Lefty to lefty, the pitch. Strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Now, he struck out Kesey last inning after he'd walked 2 with 2 out. See if he can find a way to do that again and at least stem the tide a little bit. The 0-1. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 1 to Carson Kesey. Super not the runner at third, Casey the runner at first. Now time called at the plate. Each team has only 2 hits, but this is a 4-3 ball game. That pitch outside, 2-1. Boy, Shark was an out away from getting out of it with only 1 run scoring, but the number 9 hitter supered out a 3-run double. That pitch high, 3-1, and Sharks in danger of walking the bases loaded again with O'Connor on deck. And if he issues a walk here, I don't know if Coach Yeager leaves him in. The 3-1. Swing and a miss and an off-speed pitch, 3-2. Well, that'll put Casey at first in motion with 2 down. Runners on the corners. 4 runs home, top of the 4th. 3 balls, 2 strikes. They're not holding him on at first anymore. Now the 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Tanner Shark is finally out of his nightmare 4th inning. But 4 runs score on 1 hit. There was 1 key error and 2 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Dogs down 4-3 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the 4th inning, and Ottumwa went from feeling pretty good about this game to having work to do. They now trail Southeast Polk 4-3. 3 of those 4 runs unearned because of that drop fly ball in right field before the 3-run double. But regardless, Ottumwa's got to find a way to claw its way back. Braylon Griffiths will lead it off. Cale Julander still pitching for Southeast Polk. And he throws a strike, 0-1 to Griffiths, who grounded to third his first time up. Ottumwa got 1 in the first, 2 in the third, but Southeast Polk 4 in the top of this 4th inning. Griffiths, Matt Mitchell, Javen Rominger due up for Ottumwa. The 0-1. Low and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, if I'm Ottumwa here, I'm taking some pitches and maybe trying to do to Southeast Polk what Southeast Polk did to Tanner Shark. The 2-1. Over but low. Pardon me, that'll make it 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Lefty throwing in the Southeast Polk bullpen again. The 2-1. Fouled back, 2-2. Again, hard to read the number down there, but I think that's number 30 for Southeast Polk in their bullpen, which would be Ethan Allum. The 2-2 to Braylon. Up and away, good take there, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Griffith's trying to get on to lead off the bottom of the 4th inning. The payoff. On the outside corner, strike 3. You could see Braylon was hoping to draw a walk there, but it didn't work out. And he's down on strikes for out number 1. Third strikeout for Julander, and that brings up Matt Mitchell, who grounded to second his first time up. Righty to righty, the pitch, up and in, ball 1. Julander up to 57 pitches here with 1 out in the 4th. And a swing and a miss by Mitchell evens a count at a ball and a strike. The way you're wondering about Shark, he was at 50 pitches going to the 4th. He threw 39 pitches in that 4th inning. He's sitting at 89. And I don't know if he'll continue on tonight. The 1-1. Inside corner, strike 2. Well, Ottumwa, a little passive at the plate, it seems like, through these first 2 batters of this bottom of the 4th inning. Now the 1-2 to Matt Mitchell. Laid off a tough breaking ball that went outside, 2-2. Ottumwa still only down a run. As bad as that top of the 4th was, it's only 4-3. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball inside corner, called strike 3. Mitchell had given up on it already. Back-to-back strikeouts looking for Julander, 2 down. And here is Javen Rominger, who walked, stole 2 bases, and scored a run his first time up in the 3rd inning.
Batting for the Bulldogs, center fielder, Javen Rominger.
2 out, nobody on. And the pitch. Low and away, ball 1. Jared Mitchell throwing in the Ottumwa bullpen. If he comes in, I imagine Shark would go to center field and Rominger would go to first. Here's the 1-0. Up high, 2-0 to Javen. 2 out, nobody on. You'd at least like to see Javen get on base. Even if it doesn't lead to anything, you could cycle through the number 9 hitter, Reinhardt, on deck. And if nothing else, have your leadoff hitter due up in the 5th inning. Of course, you'd love a 2-out rally as Rominger fouls it back, 2-1. It's not aces or deuces wild on the scoreboard, but it's 1-2, 1-2. Number 1 at bat, 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 out. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, late on a fastball, 2-2. Two and 2 to Javen Rominger. Julander again from the stretch at all times. The 2-2 pitch, up and away, 3-2. The good news in this inning, Ottumwa's worked 3 deep counts, but so far 2 strikeouts and a 3-2 count here to Javen Rominger. Now the payoff pitch. Low ball 4, and Rominger works his 2nd walk of the night, a 2-out walk. And that will bring up Reinhardt, who struck out his first time up.
Now batting, Luke Reinhardt.
3rd walk issued by Julander. Rominger at first. Ottumwa only down a run. You might think he's running, but I don't know if Ottumwa wants to risk that here. Pitch in the dirt, ball 1. And the reason I say that is if Rominger were to try to steal and get caught, it'd be the 3rd out of the inning. You'd be leading off with the number 9 hitter in the 5th. But we'll see. Throw to first, and Javen dives back in safely. Southeast Polk obviously very aware of Javen's ability to run, considering Rominger stole second and third in the third inning before scoring on a ground ball. The 1-0 he is going, swing and a foul back. Count even at a ball and a strike. One and one to Luke Reinhardt. Runner not going. Swing and a miss. 1-2. I'd say Javen's more likely to run again now with 2 strikes because a pitch in the zone is going to be swung at anyway. Or you would hope it would. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He's going. Pitch is low and away and in the dirt. Javen will steal second without a throw, his 3rd stolen base. Count even at 2-2, and it's an example of what I was talking about. That pitch is in the zone. Reinhardt's swinging at it. Out of the zone, it's easier to steal if that pitch is missing the mark. So it's a lot less risky to run once you get to 2 strikes with 2 out. 2-2 to Luke. The pitch in the dirt. Rominger takes off again. The throw down to third, not in time. I think that'll be a wild pitch, not a stolen base, although we may look at the stats online tomorrow and see another steal. 3-2 to Reinhardt, who's worked the count full. Now a runner on third. Let's see what happens here. The payoff pitch. Down low, ball 4. That is a great job by Luke Reinhardt to stay in there, battle, draw the walk, and now you give Dalton Dowd a chance to tie the game perhaps. Runners on the corners, 2 down. Dowd has tripled and grounded sharply to first where he reached on an error.
Catcher, number 18, Dalton Dowd.
Again, I'm still debating in my mind whether or not he'll get an RBI for that grounder in the 3rd inning. It drove home Rominger, although we thought that if the first baseman had made the play, he might have thrown home to try to get Rominger. So that's debatable, and I'm glad at the end of the day the Ottumwa coaching staff will do the scoring and not me. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1. And now it is Julander who's having trouble finding the zone, and I said that at the top of this inning. Take some pitches and give Southeast Polk a taste of their own medicine. It's starting to pay off. But can they get that run home with 2 outs? 1-0 to Dalton. Whoever was throwing in the Southeast Polk bullpen is ready. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. The tough thing about facing a pitcher who's struggling with control is that you want to wait that extra moment to see if that ball is going to be in the strike zone or not, and sometimes when you do, you end up being late on the swing. 1-1 to the left-handed batting catcher, Dalton Dowd. Rominger at third, Reinhardt at first, throw to first, and it took Landon Hamilton, the first baseman, both hands to knock that throw down. We've seen both teams in Game 1 of tonight's doubleheader throw the ball down the line on pickoff plays. Ottumwa would love to see that right here. Bulldogs down 4-3, tying run at third, 2 down. The 1-1. Way up and away. Runner goes, and Reinhardt's trying to draw a throw, and Southeast Polk won't do it, so Reinhardt will trot into second base. Give him a steal. Now it's second and third. And a base hit could put Ottumwa in front, 2-1 to Dowd. Righty to lefty, the 2-1 pitch. Line into right center field. That's down for a base hit. 1 run is in. Around third is Reinhardt. He's on his way. Nope, they hold him up. Throw was cut off. But Dowd with an RBI single has tied this game at 4. Boy, a late stop sign there by Coach Yeager. Reinhardt not as fleet of foot as, I mean, he's not slow, but he's not super fast like Shark or somebody like that. But we're tied at 4, and that 2-out walk to Rominger ends up paying off.
Dowd brings up Tanner Sharp.
And that'll bring back Kobe Chantalavon to be the courtesy runner at first. Now you've got great speed out there, and here's Tanner Shark, who's got an RBI ground out and a walk. Bulldogs manufacture a run. Now go looking for the lead again. Pitch inside of Shark. It gets away all the way to the backstop, and Ottumwa leads 5-4 on the wild pitch. Well, how about that? It's a good thing Shark got out of the way. Southeast Polk was asking, did that hit Shark, which would nullify a wild pitch? Well, there were 2 out and nobody on, and we were thinking this inning wasn't going anywhere, but then Rominger walked, stole second, went to third on a wild pitch. Reinhardt walked, stole second. Dowd an RBI single, then a wild pitch scores a runner. Now Chantalavon's at second. It's 1-0 to Shark, and he bloops it to shallow left, and that will be caught on a dive by Cameron Hall to rob Shark of what would have been an RBI single. And the inning is over, but Ottumwa does grab the lead on 2 runs, on only 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the 5th, Ottumwa 5, Southeast Polk 4 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Get the small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Now pitching for the Bulldogs, number 15, Jared Big Daddy Mitchell.
Top of the 5th inning, Ottumwa 5, Southeast Polk 4, and as we surmise, Jared Mitchell is now pitching for Ottumwa. He trades spots with Tanner Shark, who moves to first base. Mitchell making his 2nd appearance of the season. He threw 2 scoreless innings against Indianola on Wednesday. Faced 9 batters, allowed just 1 hit. He walked 2, struck out 2. Tanner Shark, 4 innings pitched. He allowed 4 runs, just 1 earned on 2 hits. Shark struck out 6, walked 5, and hit a batter. And he did throw 4 innings of a 7-inning game, so Shark, if Ottumwa leads the rest of the way, Shark would get the win.
Batting for the Rams, Maddox O'Connor.
3, 4, and 5 due up for Southeast Polk here. O'Connor, Duong, and Hamilton. Mitchell's first pitch of the night, grounded back to the mound, backhanded by Jared. Throw to first, 1 down. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's the way to start. That'll bring up Connor Duong, the shortstop. He's flied out. He's also walked and scored.
The Rams, shortstop, Connor Duong.
Right-handed batting shortstop against the big righty Jared Mitchell. He'll work from the windup, first base side of the rubber. First pitch. Big sweeping slider, misses high, ball 1. That slider is Jared's best weapon. He used it very effectively against Indianola on Wednesday. That's a strike at the knees, and the count is even at 1-1. Another weird ball game. We seem to specialize in those. That pitch in the dirt, 2-1. Ottumwa 5 runs, 3 hits, 1 error. Southeast Polk 4 runs, 2 hits, 1 error. The 2-1 pitch, upstairs, 3-1. Control, or the lack of it, has been the issue for both teams tonight. Shark walked 5 and hit a batter. Cale Julander got himself in trouble with walks as well, as that's on the outside corner, 3-2 to Duong. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's out number 2. Mitchell strikes out the cleanup hitter Duong. Another Bulldog strikeout brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. That'll bring up Landon Hamilton, who has popped out and has walked and scored. Between these two teams, we've seen 9 walks in this game in the first 4 innings. That pitch lifted in the air to right. Underneath it, Braylon Griffiths, and fighting the wind makes the catch to retire the side. Remember, he dropped one earlier for an error, but he makes that play. And Jared Mitchell with the 1-2-3 top of the 5th to go to the bottom half. Bulldogs 5, Rams 4 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
So bottom of the 5th inning, Ottumwa 5, Southeast Polk 4, and the Rams will go to the bullpen and bring in the kid who was playing second base, Kale Supernaut. This will only be the 4th inning all year that Southeast Polk has used a reliever. Supernaut making his mound debut this season. Last season, he pitched in just 2 games, 3 innings, had a 2.33 ERA, allowed 2 hits in 11 innings, 1 run, no walks, 5 strikeouts. Again, that was last year. And trying to tell how the defense is rearranged for Southeast Polk now that Supernaut's not playing second. Ian McDaniel has come in to play second base. He was a shortstop in game 1. And McDaniel might not be in the batting order because the pitcher, Julander, was not in the batting order, and McDaniel appears to have replaced him. So
Batting for the Dogs.
McDaniel at second base, Supernaut on the mound. And the first batter that Supernaut faces is Carter Thompson. The first pitch misses for ball 1. That pitch in there for a strike, and we're even at a ball and a strike. Thompson 1 for 2 with the fly out and an RBI single. He's also stolen a base. The 1-1. Ground ball foul down the third base line, 1-2. Cale Julander, 4 innings pitched, allowed 5 runs, 4 of them earned, on 3 hits. The 1-2 to Carter, down and in, 2-2. Julander struck out 4 and also walked 4. Thompson's 2-2, grounded to the left side. Nice stab by the third baseman, O'Connor. The throw to first low, but dug out by Hamilton. Good play on both ends, and that's out number 1. That brings up Jared Mitchell, now pitching.
Number 15, the pitcher, Jared Mitchell.
Mitchell is flied out and struck out 0 for 2. Supernaut winds and delivers, and a breaking ball popped foul back and out of play, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch in the dirt, 1-1 to Jared Mitchell. One ball, 1 strike. The next offering, Mitchell tried to hold up, but he couldn't. Chased a high one, and the count 1-2. Supernaut working quickly, and that pitch lifted in the air to center. Pretty well hit, but underneath it is Kessie. And he'll make the catch for out number 2. 2 out, nobody on for Tucker Long, who's twice grounded to short. Well, Ottumwa had 2 out, nobody on last inning, ended up scoring 2 runs.
Ottumwa second baseman, number 22, Tucker Long.
See if the left-handed batting Long can get a 2-out rally going here. Shows bunt, pitch was way outside, ball 1. O'Connor at third kind of had a late reaction to that. Now Tucker lays one down, but it's back towards the mound. Supernaut's got it, flips to first, and the inning is over. Bulldogs go in order in the 5th. We go to the 6th inning. Ottumwa 5, Southeast Polk 4 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 6th inning, Jared Mitchell out for his 2nd inning of relief, trying to help Ottumwa maintain a lead over Southeast Polk. 5-4 the score. Bulldogs have scored in more innings than Southeast Polk. Bulldogs 1 in the 1st, 2 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th. Rams got all 4 of their runs in the 4th inning on just 1 hit. 1 run scoring on a sac fly after the base has been loaded with walks. That sac fly also became an error that reloaded the bases, and then a 2-out, 3-run double by Cale Supernaut. Supernaut, when you do it 4th in this inning, you've got Medina, Stewart, and Hill in front of him. Corbin Medina is struck out and fouled out 0 for 2. Jared Mitchell's pitch, breaking ball, came back to the inside corner, strike 1. That looked more like a curveball than a slider. Now the 0-1. Tries it again. This time he couldn't catch the corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mitchell winds and the 1-1. On the outside corner, 1-2. One and 2 to Corbin Medina. And time called at the plate. Now the wind by Mitchell and the 1-2 pitch. Fouled back, and we stayed 1-2. Ottumwa leading 5-4 in the 6th inning. The pitch, breaking ball, dropped it right in there, called strike 3, and there's 1 down in the 6th inning. Second strikeout for Jared Mitchell, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. Alex Stewart, the batter, struck out in the 3rd. Hit the sac fly to drive in the 1st run in the 4th inning, reached when the ball was dropped for an error, still got the RBI, and then scored on the 3-run double by Supernaut. First pitch by Mitchell. Breaking ball, inside corner, strike, 0-1. Jared is feeling that off-speed pitch right now. The big right-hander's 0-1. Strike at the knees, 0-2, and Stewart with a frustrated swing after the pitch had come home, knowing he'd let one go that he probably should have swung at. If this ball's in the area code, Stewart might swing at it. The 0-2. Outside, couldn't get him to chase, actually, 1-2. Threw a fastball outside, tried to make him think quickly about it. Now the wind and the 1-2. Breaking ball chopped foul off to the left. We'll do it again. One ball, 2 strikes. One out, nobody on, top 6. The pitch. Fouled back to the screen right side, and again, Stewart stays alive. Mitchell gets the sign from Dalton Dowd. Another 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's out number 2. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jared Mitchell, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. Cameron Hull, the batter, he struck out twice, both of those against Tanner Shark. Hull made a play defensively earlier tonight that challenges Dalton Dowd for the defensive play of the night. It was a diving catch of a shallow fly ball by Tanner Shark. If that ball drops in, Shark would have driven in a run. Ottumwa might have another run on the board if not for Hull. But at the plate, he's 0 for 2. First pitch, over but low, ball 1. Two out, nobody on, top of the 6th. The 1-0. Breaking ball, not sure where it missed, but called a ball, 2-0. This feels so similar to game 1. 2 out, nobody on, the number 8 hitter at the plate. Swing and a miss. He went around, tried to hold up 2-1. And we said at the time you wanted to get that number 8 hitter out so the number 9 hitter would start the 7th inning. Ottumwa failed to do that. They got the number 9 hitter out, but then had to face the top of the order in the 7th inning, and it all fell apart. That pitch low and away, 3-1. And dare I mention, it was also 5-4 in game 1 at that point. 3-1 to the number 8 hitter, Cameron Hull. Mitchell's pitch. Up and in, ball 4, and the number 9 hitter, Supernaut, will come to the plate. So unless you can find a way to throw out the runner, the Rams will have the top of the order due up. When we get to the top of the 7th inning. Wait, check that. That wasn't Hull batting. That was... Those numbers are kind of hard to read. That was Jarrett Canada. Pinch hitting for Hull, and now Hull is back in the game running. So here is Supernaut with Hull at first, and that pitch crossed up. Dalton Dowd went all the way to the backstop and Hull down to second. So 1-0, and Mitchell talking to Tanner Shark for a moment. Boy, Jared Mitchell was cruising along there, retired the first 5 batters he faced in relief. Then he walked the pinch hitter Canada. Hull put back into run, and a wild pitch puts the tying run in scoring position. The 1-0 to Supernaut, down and in 2-0. Remember, it was Supernaut who hit the bases clearing 3-run double that briefly gave Southeast Polk the lead in the top of the 4th inning. Ottumwa got it back in the bottom of the 4th with a 2 spot. Now that 5-4 lead in jeopardy again. The 2-0. Popped it up, foul behind the plate. Will Dowd have a play? He can't reach it. He overran it. It fell behind him. Counts 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Near the screen, right as he was stepping from the grass onto the warning track. And just his momentum carried him a little too far. 2-1 the count to Supernaut, who's been given another life. And he pops this up right side foul. Dowd again over for a look. And he drops it again as he falls down. He just couldn't hang on to it. stumbling in that first base side batter's box, and it just ticked off the glove. Count is even, 2-2. Oh man, Dowd has had such a good game tonight. He made a sliding catch of a foul ball a couple innings ago. He's tripled in the game. He's hit an RBI single in the game, but man, hopefully Mitchell can make one more good pitch and get Dalton off the hook a little bit here. 2-2. Tying run at second, 2 out, top of the 6th. The Ottumwa up 5-4. The pitch, low and away. That kicks away. Third base side. Runner's trying to come home. Up with it is Dowd. The throw to the plate. Safe, and we're tied at 5 on a 2-base wild pitch. And that ball ricocheted off the dirt, and it went to the third base side behind home plate, and Dowd couldn't find it for a moment. Hull got a great jump. Count is 3-2, and we're tied at 5. And I said at the top of the broadcast that Southeast Polk has been so frustrating for Ottumwa to play because they're always in the games, but they never seem to be able to get the wins. Here's the 3-2 pitch in the dirt, ball 4. Tonight, it's not Southeast Polk that's done a whole lot. I mean, outside of that Supernaut 3-run double in this game, Southeast Polk has been given a lot of gifts by Ottumwa, whether it's walks, wild pitches, pop-ups that weren't caught.
Batting for the Rams, Jack Casey.
So we get a courtesy runner for the pitcher. Andrew Crocker is the courtesy runner. Jack Casey, the batter. He's 0 for 1, but he's walked and he's been hit by a pitch. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Jared Mitchell struck out the first 2 batters of this inning. He walked the 8-hitter. A wild pitch, a couple of foul pop-ups that weren't able to be caught, and then a 2-base wild pitch tied the game. Unbelievable. Swing and a foul tip in the mid of Dowd, strike 2. Again, it's a walk to the 8-hitter, and then after the wild pitch is tied the game, a walk to the 9th-hitter who could have fouled out twice, but Ottumwa couldn't squeeze it. Tied at 5 in the top of the 6th. Dowd sets up away. The pitch, downstairs, runner was going, and Crocker will steal second. Now the go-ahead run in scoring position. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the unfortunate turn of events in this inning is cost Tanner Shark a win tonight. He'll get a no decision now. The 1-2. Breaking ball inside corner, called strike 3, and another strikeout for Mitchell, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. Mitchell strikes out the side, but Southeast Polk gets a run on no hits. They leave 1. Go to the bottom of the 6th inning, all tied at 5 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the 6th inning. Ottumwa 5, Southeast Polk 5. 6, 7, and 8 due up in the Ottumwa order. Braylon Griffiths, Matt Mitchell, Javen Rominger.
Batting for Ottumwa, right fielder Braylon Griffiths.
Braylon Griffiths is 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. Cale Supernaut on for his 2nd inning of relief. The pitch, low and away, ball 1. Both starters will get no decisions. Julander for Southeast Polk, Shark for Ottumwa. That pitch down low, and it's 2-0 to Griffiths. Hitters count for Braylon, the 2-0, way up and in 3-0. This game may be decided by who draws the most walks at the critical time. The 3-0, inside corner, 3-1. Braylon taking all the way there. And that pitch high, ball 4. Super not working quickly, and that might have been to his detriment as he issues a leadoff walk. But if you're Ottumwa here, it's tied at 5, bottom of the 6th inning. Get that run home, and suddenly you're 3 outs away from splitting this doubleheader. So those final 3 outs were very hard to come by in game 1. Matt Mitchell, the batter, he's grounded out and struck out. This feels like a bunt. The third baseman O'Connor way in. And the pitch bunted out in front of the plate. Good bunt. Supernaut can only go to first. He'll make the play there for out number 1. Good sacrifice by Matt Mitchell. Go ahead and run at second. Javen Rominger, the batter.
Sacrifice by Mitchell brings up center fielder number 1, Javen Rominger.
Do they have a different catcher in there now? I can't read the number because of the straps of the chest protector, but it does not look like Corbin Medina anymore. Looks like a different number on there, but can't see what it is. Plus, it looks like a kid who's a few inches taller than Medina. First pitch, fastball inside corner, strike, 0-1. Rominger has walked and scored twice. He's stolen 3 bases, maybe 4. He ran to third on a pitch in the dirt in the 4th inning, but they might credit that as a steal as well. The 0-1. Fouled back, 0-2. Braylon Griffiths at second, very good speed. A base hit to the outfield. Good chance he'll come home. Well, the left fielder out there, Hull, is playing rather deep right now. The 0-2. Lifted in the air to right, over towards the line. Runner tags up, dive at it. It's a fair ball. He missed. Oh, they call it a foul ball. The home plate umpire says foul ball. Bulldog fans are cheering. They think they've scored. They think they maybe scored 2 runs. Rominger came home as a ball got away, but it's a foul ball. You know, I thought it landed fair. Now, that's halfway down the right field line, and I'm not looking down the line. Home plate umpire's looking right down the line. Jack Casey made a diving attempt at that ball. The wind is pushing it towards the line. Man, I thought Ottumwa had what they wanted, but back to the plate, Rominger, back to second base, Griffiths, still 0-2. The pitch, high, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt, gets away from the catcher, down to third without a throw is Griffiths on a wild pitch. Rominger still very much alive in this at-bat, 2-2. And now, Southeast Polk's going to bring the infield in. Boy, all you got to do is bloop it over their heads, Jave, and you'll drive in the run. The 2-2 pitch. Fly ball to center. Will it be deep enough? Griffiths tags up over towards right center is Kesey, makes the catch. Here's the tag, and the throw is offline. The run scores. Ottumwa's in front again, 6-5 on the sacrifice fly by Javen Rominger. That is manufacturing a run. 2 out, nobody on, and the batter, Luke Reinhardt, who has struck out. He has also walked, stolen a base, and scored a run. It's a 6-5 game. It will not be easy. Southeast Polk will have the top of the order due up in the top of the 7th. The Bulldogs are 3 outs away. And Reinhardt pops it up in front of the mound. Who wants it? And the pitcher Supernaut makes the catch to retire the side. But Ottumwa gets a run without a hit, a walk, a sack bunt, a wild pitch, a sack fly, nobody left. We go to the top of the 7th. Bulldogs 6, Rams 5 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Fasten your seatbelts. Top of the 7th inning for the second time in this doubleheader. Ottumwa brings a 1-run lead into the top of the 7th. Bulldogs 6, Rams 5. In Game 1, Southeast Polk took advantage of very wild pitching, scored 7 runs, and won that game 11-5. Jared Mitchell's still out there here. I said it was the top of the order, but it's actually the number 2 hitter, Kesey, leading off. Jack Casey struck out to end the top of the 6th. So here's Kesey, first pitch. Outside, ball 1.
With the cars in center field, please turn off the lights, please.
There are a couple of cars parked behind the center field fence. They haven't yet put up the screen. The cars have their lights on, and the home plate umpire is not going to allow play to continue until those lights are turned off. And now, one set of lights turned off, and the other car that had lights on is pulling away. So, 1 ball, no strikes to Kesey. The next pitch, way outside, 2-0. Kesey is singled, but then got picked off and has struck out twice. 2-0 the count. Mitchell's pitch, right in there, 2-1. There's been 11 runs in this game and only 5 hits. There's a high drive deep to right. Griffith's going back. He's there, and he makes the catch for out number 1 right at the edge of the warning track. There are a lot of ballparks in this state where that would have been a home run and a tie game, but not Legion Memorial Field. One away, here is Maddox O'Connor, the third baseman. He's popped out, he's walked and scored, he's grounded back to the mound. Right-hander, Mitchell to O'Connor. Breaking ball in the dirt, ball 1. Nobody up in the pen for Ottumwa. This is Jared Mitchell's game to win. He came on with a 5-4 lead in the 5th inning. Saw a run cross in the 6th inning to tie it, so it's technically a blown save. But now that Ottumwa's retaken the lead, Mitchell would be the winning pitcher if he can finish this off. The 1-0. Inside corner strike, 1-1. Mitchell gets a sign from Dowd. Now the 1-1. Over but low, 2-1. 6 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for Ottumwa. 5 runs, 2 hits, 1 error for Southeast Polk. The 2-1. High, 3-1. Walks have hurt both teams tonight. It might not be all that reasonable to expect to get through this inning without a walk, but this would be the time to do it. The 3-1. Fly ball to center. Rominger's right there. Drifts a bit to his left, makes the catch, 2 down. Ottumwa 1 out away from what would be a very hard-earned split with Southeast Polk. Rams' last hope is shortstop Connor Duong. Duong has flied out, walked and scored, and struck out. 0 for 2. Right-hander to right-hander. 2 out, nobody on. First pitch. Outside, ball 1. Jared's popping the glove with that fastball. Feels like he's got a little extra adrenaline. The 1-0. In there for a strike on the inside corner, 1-1. Now the 1-1 offering. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Dogs are a strike away. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on. 6-5 Ottumwa, top of the 7th. The cleanup hitter Duong at the plate. Jared Mitchell in his 3rd inning of relief. The 1-2. Popped up, right side. Back is long. In his Griffiths, he calls him off, and he dropped it. Off his glove, racing for second is Duong. And he's in there with the tying run at second base. And Ottumwa, who had played much better defense in this second game. But all of a sudden, the Rams have life when the game should have been over. And that's the second ball that Braylon has dropped in this game. Both errors are on him, and quite honestly, Southeast Polk wouldn't have had a 4-run 4th inning if it hadn't been for the first one. That's not to mention the foul pop-ups that weren't caught last inning that ended up causing a run to score because they didn't get that 3rd out. Landon Hamilton, the batter, he has a chance to tie the game. Mitchell's pitch, inside corner strike, 0-1. They might have put a pinch runner there out at second. I didn't catch the number. It's getting out to a pretty big lead out there. Now the 0-1. Ground ball up the middle, diving attempt by Long in a shallow center, base hit, the run scores, we're tied again. RBI single, Tucker Long slow to get up after that dive. He was just trying to keep that ball in the infield, keep the runner at third. Might have been Andrew Crocker, who was the pinch runner, came around to score, and the error comes back to really haunt Ottumwa. Tied at 6. And now you've got to get up off the deck and get out of this inning and give your team a chance in the bottom of the 7th.
Bat for the Rams, number 35, Brett Nicodemus.
Brett Nicodemus is the batter. I think he's the one who came in at catcher. He was a DH in game 1, but he's listed as a catcher on the roster. So Nicodemus, who was 0 for 3 with a walk in game 1, I should say, now bats with the potential go-ahead run at first. Fouled it back, 0-1. Now the runner who was on first, Hamilton, ran back towards the dugout. Looked like he wasn't running at 100%. I think Southeast Polk is looking for a pinch runner here. And Braden Lundgren, a junior, has come out of the dugout. Lundgren will pinch run at first for Hamilton.
Braden Lundgren running for Southeast Polk at first.
Now the 0-1. Sailed over the head of Nicodemus, 1 ball, 1 strike. Look ahead to the bottom of the 7th. Ottumwa will have the top of the order, Dowd, Shark, and Thompson. I was hoping we wouldn't have to worry about the bottom of the 7th, but here we are, tied at 6. 2 out, dropped fly ball for a 2-base error, and then a base hit. Breaking ball missed away, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, low and away, 3-1, and now Mitchell's having trouble finding the zone. Ottumwa can still find a way to win this. Got to get out of this top of the 7th. The 3-1. Line foul off to the right, out of play, 3-2. That'll put the runner Lundgren at first in motion on the 3-2 pitch with 2 out. 3 balls, 2 strikes. There goes the runner. The payoff, outside, ball 4. Now the go-ahead run in scoring position. First and second, 2 out. Now we're going to get a pinch hitter here. Ian McDaniel,
Now batting, Ian McDaniel.
who was in the game at second base, he will bat in the DH spot. So now Southeast Polk loses the DH, and McDaniel in for Stewart in the number 7 spot in the batting order. McDaniel in game 1 was 1 for 3 with 2 RBI, 2 walks, and 2 runs scored. If Ottumwa cannot win this second game, then they will have essentially gifted both games to Southeast Polk. There's no other way to look at it. That pitch on the inside corner from Mitchell, strike 1. And now Southeast Polk with another pinch runner. Nick Fox running at first for Nicodemus. I feel like they're just changing runners to try to disrupt Mitchell's rhythm. There's a foul back, and it's 0-2 on a good breaking ball. Each team with 6 runs on 3 hits. Southeast Polk 1 error, Ottumwa with 2, and those 2 errors have really been critical. Mitchell a strike away from getting Ottumwa back into the dugout with a chance to win it in the bottom of the 7th. I have a chance anyway. It'd be a lot better off if the game was tied. The 0-2. Outside, good stop by Dowd, 1-2. .10:22 on a Friday night. This is the doubleheader that never ends. Now the 1-2. Apparently just off the outside corner, 2-2. Hope nobody wanted to get a bite to eat after the game because I don't think anything's going to be open. 2-2. The pitch. Sweeping breaking ball just missed. Boy, the Ottumwa dugout not happy about that. 3-2. Not even sure who's on deck right now, as many changes as Southeast Polk has made. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners will be in motion. The payoff. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Mitchell keeps the game tied at least. Another strikeout brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 critical error, 2 left. But 1 run will win it. We go to the bottom of the 7th, all tied at 6 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Get the small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the 7th inning. Ottumwa, 6 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors. Southeast Polk, 6 runs, 3 hits, 1 error. Bulldogs have the top of the order due up. 1 run would win it. Take some mental fortitude to come back from what's happened to Ottumwa tonight. They had a 5-4 lead going to the final inning in Game 1, gave up 7 runs, and lost 11-5. They led this game 3-0 going to the 4th inning. Gave up 4 runs on 1 hit to fall behind. Got 2 runs back in the bottom half to take the lead. Southeast Polk tied it without a hit in the top of the 6th inning after a couple of drop foul pop-ups would have ended the inning if they'd been caught. Ottumwa got a run back in the bottom of the 6th to retake the lead. The Bulldogs got the first 2 out in the top of the 7th, had a fly ball to end the game that was dropped for a 2-base error, and then a base hit brought that run home to tie the game again. Ottumwa has been on the verge of winning so many times tonight, it feels like. And it feels like every time they have given it away. That Southeast Polk hasn't, flat out beaten them. When a good team beats you, you know it. And you can live with it. But Ottumwa has given away a lot of gifts tonight. Yet, 1 run this inning would win it. Dalton Dowd, ground ball sharply foul right side, 0-1. Cale Supernaut still pitching for the Rams. Southeast Polk had, coming into this game, Game 2 of the doubleheader, had pitched 3 innings in relief total this year. Supernaut's in his 3rd inning of relief alone. There's a fly ball foul off to the left out of play, and Dowd down on the count 0-2. Dowd, Shark, and Thompson, top of the order. These are the hitters you want if you're OHS. The 0-2. Hit into right, and that will get down for a base hit. Dalton Dowd continues to get on base. And the winning run is at first with nobody out. Dowd has tripled, reached on an error, had an RBI single. Once again, Kobe Chantalavan will be his courtesy runner. And Chantalavan represents the winning run. Tanner Shark, RBI ground out, walk, and robbed of a base hit on a diving catch by Cameron Hall in left field back in the 4th inning. Officially 0 for 2 with an RBI. Third baseman O'Connor way in expecting a bunt. And Shark may very well be bunting, but Chantalavan could very well be running. Shark showing bunt. The pitch. Pulled the bat back, but took a strike, 0-1. Supernut looks like he just wants to pump strikes, and he hasn't thrown a ball yet this inning. Even on 0-2, he threw a pitch in the strike zone and ended up giving up a hit to Dowd. Now the 0-1. Bunted third base side, charging as O'Connor's only plays to first. He threw it away down the right field line. Chantalavan headed for third. They're going to wave him home. Kobe, now they put up the stop sign. Now he's coming home, and he'll score, and the Bulldogs win. And finally, it's Ottumwa that can celebrate. They score the run that Southeast Polk can't come back from. Bulldogs win 7-6, as it's the Rams that commit the final miscue in a doubleheader that was defined as much by mistakes as it was by good plays. But in the end, the Bulldogs get the split, winning Game 2, 7-6.
Thanks for coming out.
All right, we're going to take a deep breath at a 3-minute timeout, come back and get you the totals on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Hi, this is Cassandra Brewer, clerical lead at Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic. If you're looking for a local provider to handle you and your family's healthcare needs, consider Mercy One Ottumwa. From pediatrics to geriatrics and everything in between, we are here for you year-round to assist you in your healthcare needs. We also offer our quick care walk-in clinic with no appointment necessary, open Monday through Friday from 7 to 4:30. Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic. Your best life, our one purpose. Visit mercyone.org.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
And welcome back one final time tonight to John Hart Stadium, Legion Memorial Field, where in one of the wildest doubleheaders you will ever see, Ottumwa earns a split with a Game 2 victory over Southeast Polk 7-6 on a walk-off, sacrifice bunt, and throwing error, as the Bulldogs get their first win of the season and send Southeast Polk to their first loss. The game totals for the Bulldogs: 7 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors. The winning pitcher, Jared Mitchell, he is 1-0. For the Rams, 6 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors. The losing pitcher, Cale Supernaut, he is 0-1. The ball game took 2 hours and 10 minutes to complete. Ottumwa improves to 1-2. Southeast Polk falls to 5-1. Our next broadcast of Ottumwa High Athletics will be Monday, and that will be a radio-only broadcast Monday night at 7:30, pregame at 7:15 or thereabouts, as the Bulldogs will play at Oskaloosa. Again, radio-only Monday night at 7:30, pregame at 7:15 on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM, KBIZ. I want to thank all our sponsors one more time: Bridge City Realty, Community First Credit Union, Graphics Masters, William Penn University, Sonic Drive-In, Meridian Credit Union, Citizens Mutual, Family First Chiropractic, Lisco, Mercy One Ottumwa, Mike's Pizza, Roto-Rooter, and Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance. A big thank you to Bulldog head coach John Yeager for helping us prepare for the broadcast tonight. And a big thank you to both of my producers, Annie Argo, the on-site video producer, and Guadalupe Contreras, the radio producer back at the KBIZ studios. Finally, I'd like to thank you, the fans, for tuning in tonight, because without your support of these broadcasts and of Ottumwa High Athletics, none of this would be possible. So thank you for tuning in to Bulldog Baseball on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, and on the live video stream on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. My name's Jason Van Arkel. I'll talk to you Monday night, again radio only, when the Bulldog baseball team plays at Oskaloosa. Until then, good night, everybody.